Hello everyone, it's Stormy Schleich here, and welcome to the next installment in the Model Horse Collection unboxing series. If you're new here, the short story is I bought this collection that was from a collector that passed away, and if you want to watch the whole story, I did do a whole video of going to get that collection. And I of course also have videos on all the previous parts of unboxing this collection. If you want to check that out, I have a playlist to all of those in the video description down below. Now, without further ado, let's start unwrapping some horses and see what we got in here. Right on top, I do see a lot of paddock pals. So we're going to have a lot of paddock pals right off the bat here. Here is what appears to be a nice little buckskin. Very cute on this little like stock horse mold of the paddock pals. Cute little guy, very nice color on this one. Here is another one on the same mold. This is a little Appaloosa, like an old style Appaloosa. He's even got a little saddle and bridle on him. And yet another one on this mold. This one is a very shiny Palomino Pinto, and it also has some Paddock Pal tack on it. That is a very pretty metallic Pinto. I quite like the color of this one a lot. It is really nice. And yet another one on this mold. The Paddock Pals really don't have that many different molds, so there's going to be a lot of the same molds going on here. Here's another Pinto though. This is a very nice Bay Pinto. Super cute, very nice looking little horse. And I see a unicorn, a couple unicorns actually. But here is a nice white one. And it has a little bit of gold on the horn. That's always fun. Pretty little white unicorn. This other unicorn is not OF. It was at one point because you can still see the gold on its horn and stuff, but it looks like it was painted green at one point. Kind of a fun shade of green on it, but I'll probably actually end up going in the body box at some point. And this one's like an older style red roan. It's a little yellowed and it's a little hard to see that it's a red roan maybe on camera, but that's the intention, I believe. It's a little nice red roan. And this other one, this one's actually on a different mold. This I believe is like the thoroughbred mold technically. And this one's just a neat little Palomino Appaloosa. This one is a very nice little vintage Palomino quarter horsey guy. Again, has a little saddle here, but this one is not a Breyer saddle. I'm pretty sure it's not. I believe this is a saddle from a different maker. But there's that cute little Palomino. Here's another on the thoroughbred mold. This is a very nice Bay Pinto. Got some neat markings on this one. Especially on this side, some very nice Pinto markings going on. I really like this one. There is an Arabian. This is also a very nice little dappled gray Arabian. He's got a bit of a newer paint job, so he is a one that probably was released more in like the early 2000s, I'm guessing. There's another unicorn. This one is a more pearly one. It's got some purple shading on the legs and the face and such. I believe I do have this one in my collection possibly, but it is a very, very pretty unicorn. I love the colors on it. And I think we're maybe getting towards the end of the Paddock Pals, maybe. But here is another one. This guy is actually pretty beat up, unfortunately. This one looks like just a kind of chestnut, liver chestnut guy, who's actually been painted, it looks like. He does have a little white face marking that looks like it was painted on. And it kind of looks like he was painted brown over black or something, because he's got little black scratches. So I'm guessing maybe it was a black one and that was repainted into this chestnut at some point, maybe. Here is one of the little collectibles. These are just so much fun. This is Clayton's pet, according to the little base on him. He is very cute. These little bulls are just so much fun. And in one of the previous unboxing videos in this series, we did open up some of these little collectibles that were still new in their boxes, and they're just so cool. I do actually see a stablemate, just a random stablemate. Well, I normally don't do the stablemates in these big unboxing videos. Since this guy is loose, I'll go ahead and do it now. But this is a little stablemate, just a nice rich black, and it does have a little rub unfortunately, but it is still a cute little model. All right, here's two more paddock pals. Lots and lots of paddock pals. This is a little Pinto Arabian. It's got a very nice little two-tone tail. Here is another unicorn. This one I'm pretty sure I do not have. This one is really pretty. So it's got the nice pearly white, but it's got really neat kind of tealish colored mane, tail, legs and face with a nice gold horn and gold hooves. Ooh, that one is just so pretty. I love the colors of this one a lot. And because I see it floating down here, there's another little loose stablemate. I actually believe I have one or two of this one already in my collection, but it is a fun little dapple gray American saddlebred, and it's got some very interesting resist style dapples. Now I'll be moving on to some of the bigger horses. I see some classic scale horses and traditional scale models going on. Right off the bat, we'll show you this little guy. This is one of the Mesitanos, or however you say it. But I love this particular series of different classic molds. And this guy, unfortunately, is a little bit beat up, but he is really cool. I may have this one in my collection already, actually, I'm not sure. But he's a really cool little dun, and I love this guy. This appears to be a Peter Stone that is wrapped up here. And it is one of the Western pleasure horses. This one is a very nice rich chestnut. Pretty bright red chestnut. Got this cute little pony, who I actually do have this one in my collection already. Or actually, it's not a pony, it's supposed to be a Mustang, I believe. I think, anyway. This one is a very nice one, though. It's got some really nice markings on it. Just a very cute model. And then there's this guy, whose name of the mold I forget, but this is one of the Marine Love molds. And I'm not even sure what color to call this one. It kind of almost looks like a varnished roan, but it's not really roan. It's, I guess, like a buckskin, but it's just got some weird kind of highlights going on. So I'm not sure what it's supposed to be, but it is a pretty model regardless. Let's go ahead and see. This looks like a semi-rearing stallion, and it is, or semi-rearing Mustang, I mean. This guy is very cool. He is a very dark, rich chestnut, and I just love the color of him. So very rich, just a very dark brown. He's got a nice little blaze on his face. Here is a Peter Stone. This is one of the blue precious stone ones. If you've been following along in this collection series, there are a couple more of these guys in the previous unboxing videos, and I'll obviously not be keeping all of these ones because there's quite a bit of duplicates of these blue precious stone horses. I will be definitely probably selling and giving away some of them because there are quite a handful of them. They are very cool though. I think the colors of them are just really pretty. This is another Peter Stone actually, and I can't remember if there's maybe also another one of these guys in the collection somewhere. But it is one of these Appaloosa ones on the performance horse. And this guy has some tack still on him. It was a huge rush to pack this collection away. So on some models like this, I just didn't even bother untacking them when they were already tacked up like this, because there was just not a whole lot of time to do so. But he is a very cool model, and I also love this tack set. I actually do have this one already, but mine is like disintegrating because it's pretty old now and it's been played with a lot. So it's nice to have a little bit fresher version of this tack set. Next here is what looks to be another Peter Stone. This is one of the Peter Stone Morgans, the old Morgan mold. This one is kind of like a solid black actually, very solid black, but he does have a little star on his forehead, and his eyes may or may not be painted. It's hard to tell. They're very black like the rest of him. But there is a nice black Peter Stone Morgan. This is another Peter Stone. Oh, and it is one of the wood grain colored ones. He is done up in a decorator wood grain color. It's different from Breyers wood grains in that it is a lot darker of a color. Breyers wood grain models are a little bit lighter usually. This one's kind of like a rich reddish color. Very nice. This looks like a Breyer Paso Fino is this mold's name? I can't remember. This is a really pretty color though. This is like a nice rich chestnut with a lighter kind of flaxen, but not really flaxen, just reddish mane and tail. Very cool. I do like the coloring of him. He's got a nice little snip on his nose. This is, I want to say his name is Gatsby, this guy, but he is on the Breyer Mano War mold. And he is a fun Appaloosa. Such fun coloring. Yes, he does have more leg barring, so he probably is supposed to be a dun. Yeah, his legs are a little bit warped, tiny bit, but that's an easy fix. And I love the color on him. I might keep him just because I love his coloring so much. It's just so strange and unusual and very neat. Here is a Breyer running stallion. This, I believe, is Xena's horse. Yes, it's Argo, who is Xena's horse, I believe. And this guy does have a little bit of marks, but not too bad. He looks pretty nice otherwise. He has this nice palomino, and he's got the tricolored eyes. He is pretty cool. I may be keeping this guy, I'm not sure. I do sometimes like certain models on the running stallion mold quite a bit, and I think he is just a very nice palomino. There's another running stallion here, so we'll take him out as well. Oh yes, I love this guy. This one I'm going to definitely be keeping in my collection, I think. I love this particular resist dapple style when they do it like this. So I'm probably going to keep him. I like just the color of him so much. It is so cool. His nose is a little weird. I think it's got just like weird white dirt stuff going on. I need to try and clean that up. I love him. He's so cool. I'm seeing another paddock pal here. This looks like the little, I forget the mold. This one also has some paddock pal tack on it. This time a little English set. And it's a very nice little chestnut with white socks. Very cute little model. And this looks like, oh, I do know this guy. I actually have him in my collection already. This is the fun little Appaloosa Breyer pony. I forget what his original name is, but he's very cute, I think. I love those big Appaloosa spots on him. But this pony is just so cute. I see another walking Western pleasure horse here. This one is very dirty though. He definitely needs a bath. I'm guessing he's kind of like a Gruyot color, but it's hard to tell because he is just very dirty, unfortunately. I'll clean him up at some point. I'm sure he'll look a lot nicer. Here's a cute little Breyer pony. Mary Legs mold. Just a nice little black Breyer pony. This one also actually does need cleaned up a bit though. It is quite dirty. Pull out this guy who he looks very cool right now in his bubble wrap, but I remember when I pulled him out before, it's very, very sad. He is a custom, but unfortunately when I pulled him out from the collection originally, he was already had the issue of the bubble wrap having been like turned inside, and so he has a ton of bubbles in his finish and stuff. Pretty damaged with all the bubble wrap stuck to it. It could maybe be salvaged, but I don't think I'm going to put the effort into trying to salvage it. But maybe if someone else wants to try and salvage this paint job, they could. Because it is a lovely paint job. And he actually is signed here. I believe it says Janice, maybe. So it is a shame to see such a pretty custom have the horrible issue of the bubble wrap bubbles being in the finish. Oh, and there's actually another custom silver. I forgot there were two of them here. This one also had the issue of, oh gosh, I don't know why the bubble wrap I put on or somebody else put on was put on this way. Or maybe he came like this and I didn't even bother unwrapping him. Very well could be the case. That's why I don't really remember this one. I probably didn't even bother rewrapping him up better. I was just like, yeah, this guy's unfortunately a goner. Bubble wrap really stuck to him here. And he's also got, as you can see, packing peanuts also stuck to him. Yeah, he's definitely a body. I don't think there's no saving this guy. He is a fun color though. He's got lots of neat colors going on. And he is actually signed on the bottom, CA 2007. His hooves are even striped and stuff. But what once was a very cool custom has unfortunately been just stored badly in the past, and yeah. So this guy will be a body for sure. We'll grab up these guys, which are 2 Schleich horses. I do love Schleich horses a lot, the older ones particularly, and these are the older ones. This is the little Andalusian, I believe, and then there's also the Lipizan Stallion. And I love both of these particular models a whole bunch because I had these models as a kid and played with them a whole bunch. This looks like another Paddock Pal. This is on the thoroughbred mold, it looks like, and this is another one that has some Paddock Pal tack on it. But it looks like a nice little simple chestnut thoroughbred. Very nice. And I see some more littler models here, like a Breyer Golden Retriever. Very cute doggy right here. Gotta love the Breyer doggies. And there is another Paddock Pal here. This is the National Show Horse mold, I believe. A very pretty Bay Pinto. Very nice markings. Oh my gosh, I forget his name. I think it's Cree. Like the Cree Native American horse or whatever his name is. This actually came in 2 different versions. I have the other version where it's just like the colors of the beads and like the markings are a little different. Some like different colors painted for them and whatnot. But this one is the one that has the blue stringy of beads going on and like a blue feather. He is very cool though. I think he's a very cute model. I see there is one of the Christmas horses, or the holiday horses. This is Snow Princess. She was from 2006. Here she is. She is a very pretty model. And I do actually have this one already. Although, does mine have the bridle? I'm not entirely sure. I'm going to have to check. For some reason, I don't know if mine has the bridle or not, if it just has the saddle and such. But it's a really pretty National Show horse with some very pearly highlights, accents, whatever you want to call it, going on. I do like this particular holiday horse a lot. I think it is very pretty, even if the packages and stuff on the back are a little bit much. I do love the overall look of it. I'm sure. Oh, what's his face? This is one of the Morgan models. I believe this actually is the J.C. Penney one. I forget this mold's name for some reason, even though I definitely should know it. And I like this mold a lot. I know a lot of people don't like him, but I think he's very cute. He is a very nice kind of rich bay, and he's got a little bit of dapples, but they're a little hard to see. He's got some nice face markings. Oh, I just love his color. His color is very gorgeous because it's kind of like a little bit reddish, but very dark bay coloring. I see another Peter Stone, but this one is a body. Some need of TLC as well. It's definitely a body. It's got some of the whatchamacallit issues with priming, unfortunately, so it would have to be sanded down and reprimed. But it's also got kind of a bit of a resculpted mane and tail going on. That's a lot of fun. I'm not sure if I will add this guy to my own body box or sell him. I'm not sure because I already got so many bodies, but he's kind of fun. He would maybe be a fun project to do. Oh, this is another one of the jumping Peter Stone models. This one is a wood grain. Very cool, and I'm sure he has his base hopefully somewhere in this box. But again, it's that kind of neat, kind of darker reddish wood grain color that Peter Stone used to do on these older models. He is signed by Peter Stone, and it's dated 1998. So that is another fun Peter Stone decorator. Madison Avenue is, I believe, her name, which I really like this model actually, and I have one already. Yes, it is Madison Avenue because it is labeled on the bottom. She is very, very pretty. I just love this very kind of shiny buckskin color and stuff. She is very cute. She is in need of a bath and does have a rub, unfortunately, but still a very pretty model. I see some more Schleich horses. These are again all of the older ones, which are the ones I absolutely loved playing with when I was kind of early on getting into horses and such. Paint Stallion, Pinto Stallion, this one is unfortunately kind of sad. He's got some dirt and stains, it looks like, on him. I don't know if those will come off. And then also Palomino Stallion, very nice Schleich horsies. Here is the little Shetland pony mare. She is so cute and sassy, I gotta love her. And then this little guy's a little beat up, unfortunately, but this is a foal. I'm not sure which foal it was exactly, but this is a cute little Schleich foal. And it looks like we're getting down to the bottom layer of horses. Here's another Paddock Pal unicorn, a white one, but it's pretty yellowed, so it looks more a little bit like a yellow one, and has some like stains and such. So this one will probably end up going to the body box, but I do love these little Paddock Pal unicorns. I think it is a very cute mold. And I do see some little wrapped up stablemates floating around here. These ones will be going with the other stablemates to be opened in a different video. They're stablemate actually, but we'll just go ahead and do him anyway, I guess, since he kind of already fell out of the wrapping. Breyer Clydesdale stablemate. Nothing too fancy, but he is very nicely painted. This is another Schleich horse. This is the little Appaloosa guy. Again, just love all of these older Schleich horses. They give me so much nostalgia. This Paddock Pal is very cool. He's a neat giraffer. Very neat coloring going on. I quite like that. Yes, he is a blue roan with nice pinto markings. Oh yes it is, this is the JCPenney Huckleberry Bay, who appears to not have his stand, unfortunately. He is a very cool model. I do have this guy already, I am pretty sure. And so this one I'll probably end up selling, but he is a very nicely colored Huckleberry Bay, and I just love this mold too. It's such a fun and cool mold, it's hard not to love it in this color. I'm seeing another body. This looks like a Peter Stone pony, and this was probably another factory blank, I'm assuming. It's kind of interesting too. I'm not sure if this is just dirt or if it's kind of swirls in the plastic, but the plastic does not look solid white. It looks like it has a little bit of gray swirling a tiny bit in it. Looks like it also had like started to be mapped out with markings or something at some point. This, I'm pretty sure, is one of Spirit and Rain's classic foals. This is a cute little buckskin pinto, which is making me think it might be one of the Spirit and Rain foals. Oh, it is actually. It's got the little spirit mark on the bottom. Here is a big giraffe mare. I'm not sure what her name is or what she is from, actually, but she is a pretty kind of dappled gray on the Wixom mold, and I love her pink ribbons. Look how pretty those are. Those are a nice pretty pink color. I really like that. Yeah, she is very nice mare. She does need cleaned up a little bit. She's got like some marks and stuff here, which I don't know will come off or not, but she is a cool model. Down here is a Western horse. I remember thinking this guy was just pretty cool for some reason when I was packing up the collection. He is just a very simple white with a gray mane and tail and like a bit of shading around the hocks and such. But he's very neat for some reason, and I like his little gold bridle and black and gold saddle. Now, are these the same horses? They might be. We might have two duplicates here. This looks like Smart Chickalina, who I'm not actually sure if I have this one or not already. I want to say I do, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm also not 100% sure if it's Smart Chickalina, but I think it is. This guy is cool. He has got a scratched up belly though, so he's not in the best condition, but still, I think this model is really neat. And there is another one here. Here is the other Smart Chickalina, who looks to be in a little bit better condition, I think. A nice model, but yes, it is the same model here. Obviously, I won't be keeping both of them. I'll keep one until I can confirm if I already have my own or not. This is another one of these little Morgans. I do think is maybe JCPenney or Tractor Supply or something, because it has a Made in China sticker on the bottom. And Tractor Supply models, or possibly the JCPenney models, would have those sometimes, so something along those lines, I believe, that he came from. We are definitely getting towards the end here, and I see some of the wolf models here of the Trail of the Painted Ponies, but they're called Call of the Wolf. This one is possibly birch and buck wolf. Yes, that would make sense because this guy does have birch trees and a buck on him. Let me turn him around for you. There we go. He's got a very neat scene of birch trees and a buck on him. And he's kind of like a nice dark sky with the big moon. And he's got blue eyes. Quite a cool wolf. I'm not sure if I will keep this one or not. I'm trying not to collect the Trail of Painted Ponies and Call of the Wolf models too much. But they are really neat, so it's hard to resist wanting to keep them all. Here is another one. This one is a Native American inspired looking one, it seems. And it is, because it is called Indian Feather Wolf. This one's pretty cool. I might not keep this one though. I'm not sure, but he is, again, really fun. I just love the fun colors and patterns they put on these models. They are very neat. So there is that pretty wolf in this kind of yellowish tannish color. This one appears to be yet another kind of Native American inspired one. This one's kind of similar to the other one, but a little different in the patterns and the color. This one is called Buckskin Wolf. He is a nice brownish color with these fun little patterns on him and some feathers. I think this is another one that I will not keep, even though it is very neat looking. This one is, instead of Native American, it's actually Aztec inspired because it's called Aztec Wolf. This is really fun. I like the gray with this turquoise. I might have to keep this one just because the turquoise color is so pretty on it. And it's got these fun Aztec designs and just neat patterns going on. Pretty cool looking wolf. Oh, this is not a wolf. I wondered what this big block was. This is the base that goes to that other Peter Stone model. It is very heavy, and the peg is in there. And it seems there are only 2 horses left. This guy is special delivery on the Breyer cigar mold. And I believe he might have his certificate of authenticity somewhere in one of the other boxes. He is a very cool model. I do have this guy already though, so I will be selling one of them. He is a fun chestnut pinto with a lot of really neat markings going on. His face one is especially interesting, how it goes down over his nose. And lastly in here we have Cigar. I do also already have a Cigar, so I will be selling either this guy or the one I already own. But Cigar is just a classic Breyer model, I feel like. It's got such a nice color to him and just very, very cool mold. I love his star on his face. It's so nice. So there is Cigar, who will be the last model for this box. So as the end of this model horse collection unboxing video, as always, let me know in the comments if there was a model that stood out to you as being your favorite of this video. For me, I might have to say the Aztec Call of the Wolf model. I don't know, I just think he is very fun. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel so you don't miss the next collection unboxing video. I'm not sure how many more videos will be left in this series, but there will be a few more at least. Thank you for watching, have an awesome day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye everyone!